The future is so uncertain and no one can predict it. Higher education then and now is facing challenges unknown and known. SHED's issuance of Memorandum Order No. 4 Series of 2020 responds to the imperative of uninterrupted education by ensuring the continuity of inclusive and accessible learning, especially when traditional learning methods are impractical.
Unfortunately, going technology-mediated is not as easy or as simple as it sounds. A major factor is quality.
QA-based accreditation system for technology-enhanced and technology-mediated higher education, designed for not only open universities, but all universities.
Before the advent and popularity of digital technology, analog radio and television were the media forms used for educational purposes.
The emergence of computers as a tool for media convergence initiated a significant revolution in how content is created and delivered.
The richness of experiences created through interactive digital media opens new possibilities for collaboration, creativity, and skill development.
The mentorship needed to acquire research knowledge and skills requires one-on-one interaction that puts the digital form or technology mediation of learning in question. Can teaching research on an online platform or an technology-mediated education build research capability?
Education plays a pivotal role in fostering critical digital media literacy. Curricula must integrate AI ethics, enabling individuals to comprehend the ethical implications of AI systems.
Micro-credentials in higher education is a work in progress. Although there is no policy on micro-credentials yet, many universities have already offered micro-credentials to accommodate the changing needs of learners. Technology-mediated, flexible teaching and learning for higher education is at the forefront of policy development in ASEAN region.
When developing or reviewing programs and courses, at least two ideas should guide teachers in making wiser technology choices. First is to align technology with pedagogy. And second, focus on what students will do with the technology and/or media.
Our goal is to create an environment where learning is not just a one-way street, but a dynamic, collaborative experience.
What is a learning management system? You can think of it as virtual classrooms where you can do things you do in physical classrooms as well.
Pedagogy is an active process that must respond to our changing digital landscape. And so, let us have a focus in understanding e-pedagogies.
As technology advances, so too will the possibilities for engaging, interactive, and international learning experiences. I encourage all educators, administrators, and policymakers to consider how these approaches can be integrated into their curricula. It's an investment in the future of education and our students.
The role of academic libraries evolved over time, and many changes were brought about by the changing patterns of the learning needs of its clients, the changes in the creation, consumption, and use of information, the development and progression of technologies, and the digital age.
Before creating an OER, it is important to apply the instructional design principles and properly plan your OER.
If you are an educator, kindly rethink this. It is up to our respective academic freedoms, considering classroom design, course objectives, learning outcomes, etc., how we employ AI.
Consider the following alternatives. Narrative assessments instead of sit-down tests. Peer assessments, assessments among students themselves. Third-party assessments, as I mentioned earlier, and authentic assessments.
To fully harness AI's potential, Digital infrastructure and skills are vital. However, regulatory upgrades are equally necessary.
It is important that initiatives and innovations in the teaching and learning processes are supported by data, which can be drawn from learning analytics. In short, learning analytics can facilitate data-driven decision-making.
Digital simulations come in various forms, each type catering to different learning needs, offering a spectrum of possibilities for educators. Whether it's simulating scientific experiments, rehearsing social interactions, or analyzing cultural artifacts, simulations can contribute to a more pragmatic and skill-oriented educational approach by offering a risk-free environment for trial and error and encouraging critical thinking and problem solving.
Colleges and universities must be able to prove readiness in navigating and adjusting to unforeseeable and fluctuating conditions that affect students in different manners. It should involve envisioning and subsequently realizing a superior future, one that is creative, innovative, fair, accessible, and sustainable. This adaptation must be profoundly flexible, spanning social, cultural, and material disparities.